MA.
All right, that is a good one. Now going to my last question: how scalable is the platform? You would want to grow in the nearest future. Probably you have users not more than 1,000 currently. How would the platform be able to handle 100,000 user probably in the future that more people has adapted to the system and all?
Yeah, for sure. That's a great question. So we've actually already had to port our website over a couple times now due to the increased amount of traffic that it's seen. So we're very actively monitoring the amount of activity that is coming to our site and are prepared to, react and increase the capacity as necessary. But thinking for like, let's say the next 100,000 users and not just the next 1,000, as I mentioned before, we do have that cloud engineer that is basically sitting idly waiting for us to call on him for assistance. So, when the time comes, we'll definitely be able to put together a like a cloud supported server infrastructure using something like AWS, and we already have the contributor willing to help us get that all set up. At this time, with our current traffic and usage, that would be completely unnecessary and just increase our overhead to a level that wouldn't be very useful. But we are prepared to actually tackle that in the future for sure.
All right, all right. That's a very nice one. I wish you guys success in the future endeavor. And I really love the way your project has grown in the space of some few days. I hope you guys keep it up. Have a nice day.
Hey, Oliveira, I appreciate that, and thank you for your kind words when you first came up. Thank you for your support and your
Yeah.
time this morning.
You're welcome.
Yeah, thank you for your question, Oliver. So I think we're gonna get a last question now because of the time. So I got Pac-Man. Yeah, so Pac-Man, you are muted. You can ask the question. Hello, Pac-Man, are you there? You are muted. I think it's kind of having some bad internet connection. Pac-Man, are you there?
Yeah, I'm there. I'm here, man. Good evening, all. Thank you very much for the opportunity. Can you hear me?
Yeah, hey Pac-Man, thanks for joining us.
Thank you very much. I absolutely love this concept you guys are doing, most especially on this whole chain and everything with your partnership and all. But I'm just on your website right now, and I love the interface and I love the vibe that it gives out because it's quite catchy in the sense that once an investor or a passerby gets to interface with your website, is quite catchy and he doesn't want to let go or drop down from your website, and that is quite incredible. And it would be nice that it would be similar with your utility that you're trying to put into the space also. If that is possible, and if that is the case, then it will be mind blowing. But my question basically is on like I said, I've been on your website and I noticed that you guys are basically just on the Soul chain, and most of the options that I've seen there is basically related to Soul in terms of the games and the exchanges that are there, the Soul trending and
Yeah,
all are basically on Soul. My concern is we are not only on Soul. There are major investors who are not just there for the pump and dump, but they're there to see quality projects. And I must say, because I've been in the space for over 7 years and I've seen projects come and go, I must say that this project has a lot of quality to give into the space. And if there's possibility for you guys to possibly look into other chains, like for example Ethereum has been catching fire throughout the bear market. I've not seen any project that have gone through the bear market and has exited the way projects on it has been. So if you guys have, I don't know if you guys have plans for that moving into the future. And secondly, I don't know in terms of the interface also. I believe you guys have offered a game and the interface looks very very catchy, like I said. And if there's any option for you to create, let me not say moving aside from your interface, but creating a major game platform that can catch waves, because The interface is quite catchy and it looks more like a game, game kind of
Yeah.
utility. So I don't know if you guys have plans for that aspect also, bringing out a major game. I know you guys have games already. I can see it, but
Hmm.
if you guys can bring a major game that will also consolidate on the utility that you guys have on the ground already. Those are my two
Man,
questions.
Pac-Man, you asked some really good questions, man, and it made me smile the whole time listening because of the questions you asked specifically. The answer is a soft yes to both. For your first question, you asked, do we plan on essentially replicating our project on other chains? So that's a two-part question. I think the answer is yes. For our actual interface itself, which is the dApp hub, what I'm streaming right now, absolutely, I do have a vision for creating this same product on any chain that has decentralized applications. So imagine, there's the Solana Pengy.fun. There's Pengy.base. There's Pengy.eth. There's Pengy.avex, right? And each one will be the same idea of a customized, tailored experience for that specific chain's decentralized applications. Now, as far as a token, I don't think we would ever consider launching multiple tokens on different chains. I think we'll always only have our one token on Solana. But as far as our interface, I do absolutely have intentions to go that direction. And once we have our Solana dApp Hub portal in a spot that I feel very good about, we're going to start looking into other chains next. I can tell you, I'm an ETH native myself, so most likely we'll start looking into ETH layer 2 networks like Base, Blast, Matic, etc. So that's your first question. Your second question was, do we plan to add like a big game title in the future? And that question made me smile because, as I mentioned, we had been approached by a venture capital firm, and I mentioned that one of the guys I had contacted to, from my colleagues, my network of peers, is someone that has a lot of experience within the venture capital world. Well, specifically, his experience comes from gaming and Web3. So he's created Web3 gaming companies that he's started up and sold off to venture capital firms that many people in here would be aware of and have heard of their existence. That being said, he's very connected in that realm, and that is one of the things we've already discussed. Yesterday is about potentially, bringing a true, higher caliber game and having Pengy.fun be the base home that it launches out of originally. That was some
Uh,
really 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 deep alpha that wasn't supposed to make it out yet, man. You asked really good questions, and what was I supposed to say? Come on.
Well, I believe I have another question, but since you said it's an alpha question, I will reserve this for possibly after the AMA. I will jump into your chat group
Yeah,
and we'll
yeah,
talk about it.
Pac-Man. I don't know if I don't know if I can field another question for you, man. You're digging a little too
It,
deep,
it's
man.
actually it's actually it's actually it's actually coming, man. It's actually coming. I have a lot of ideas. I started
Yeah.
the email with you guys, and I've been hearing what you have been saying, and it's quite amazing what you guys can achieve with this operating system. And definitely, I would love to contribute in any way I see I can contribute. So most definitely, after the email, I will reach out to you or
Okay.
chat with you in the group. Yeah, man.
Awesome, Pac-Man. Well, thank you for joining us today. Thank you for the great questions, and I do look forward to
Thank you very
you
much, man.
reaching out.
Thank you very much. Thank you,
All
Commander, for the
right.
opportunity.
Actually, that was a very bullish question, man. And also, Pac-Man, I want to appreciate you, for joining the AMA and also asking a great question as well. Also, that will be the last questions for today's AMA. Aside from that, guys, if you haven't joined the Telegram, please make sure you do that as well, because that's really important. Supporting every project we bring in right here is what we do. So I advise everyone here to join the Telegram, support the project, and cheers to everyone that joined the AMA. Cheers to the Wallstreet Gems Army. Cheers, Fauci, and also Dab. Yeah, I want to appreciate you guys, for getting to do some good presentation about the project in my community. Yeah, it's been great, and also hopefully we'll love to have some callback AMA in the future, so you guys could tell us more and what you guys have been doing on. Yeah, but great stuff today. And as soon as I end the recording, I'll be sending you guys the recording in DMs. Yeah, so Fauci, we're gonna discuss more in DMs as we talk about. But great stuff, man.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Thank you again, Commander. And I believe you have some coins to give away to
Yeah,
the
sure.
listeners as well, right?
Yeah, sure.
So yeah, I'll let you take the lead on that. Be on the lookout if you're listening. Commander does have some tokens that we provided to give away to listeners. And yeah, again, Commander, thank you so much for reaching out and giving us this opportunity to speak in front of your community and kind of just talk about a little bit about this project that we're extremely passionate about, man. We'll keep in touch with you. And when we have some more updates in the future, maybe we can do another one of these and update your community with some of our latest developments as well.
Yeah, sure. And we'll actually appreciate that, man. But great stuff, man, and good presentation today. Cheers.
Thank you, Wallstreet Gems, and everybody that tuned in and listened today. Thank you for your time. Take care.
You're welcome.